Stephen A. reacts to Steve Ballmer's comments on LA Clippers being investigated. First take. The Los Angeles Clippers have once again found themselves in the spotlight, but this time not for their on-court performance. Instead, the franchise is making headlines due to an ongoing investigation that has raised questions about the organization's practices and its leadership under owner Steve Ballmer. ESPN's First Take wasted no time diving into the matter, with Stephen A. Smith offering his trademark fiery reaction to Ballmer's recent comments addressing the situation. Stephen A. began his response by making it clear that he respects Ballmer as one of the most passionate owners in professional sports. The billionaire businessman has been known for his animated sideline energy, his commitment to building a new state-of-the-art arena, and his relentless pursuit of turning the Clippers into a championship organization. However, Stephen A. also stressed that passion alone cannot shield any franchise from accountability. According to reports, the Clippers are facing questions regarding potential violations tied to organizational operations and possible improper conduct. While Ballmer defended the integrity of his team during his public remarks, Stephen A. was quick to point out that the NBA's responsibility is to maintain transparency and fairness across the league. He emphasized that no matter how wealthy, influential, or well-meaning an owner might be, investigations exist for a reason. In typical Stephen A. fashion, his reaction mixed sharp criticism with cautious acknowledgement. On one hand, he reminded viewers that Ballmer's investment in the Clippers has been transformative. Since taking over in 2014, Ballmer has changed the culture, erased much of the franchise's negative reputation, and pushed them into contention by bringing in stars like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Yet, on the other hand, Stephen A. argued that such progress does not grant immunity from scrutiny. During the First Take discussion, Stephen A. explained that investigations in professional sports often serve two key purposes: ensuring rule compliance and protecting the league's credibility. He warned fans not to immediately assume guilt but also urged them not to dismiss the seriousness of the matter. For Stephen A., the bigger issue was how the Clippers would handle the situation publicly. He criticized Ballmer's somewhat defensive tone, suggesting that the owner should focus less on silencing critics and more on cooperating fully with the league. Another element Stephen A. highlighted was the Clippers' current position within the NBA landscape. Entering a critical season with their star players' futures uncertain, the last thing the organization needed was an off-court distraction. He questioned whether the investigation could impact the team's focus and chemistry, especially as the Clippers prepare to transition into their new arena. Distractions matter in this league, Stephen A. declared, adding that championship-caliber teams cannot afford unnecessary turmoil. The conversation also touched on the broader implications for the NBA. Stephen A. reminded viewers that the league has dealt with ownership controversies before, most notably the Donald Sterling scandal that led to Ballmer's purchase of the team. For him, it would be a damaging blow if the Clippers, once seen as rescued from dysfunction, were again embroiled in controversy. Even if the investigation ultimately clears them, the perception of instability could linger. Still, Stephen A. stopped short of outright condemnation. He reiterated his belief that Ballmer is one of the league's most committed owners, someone who genuinely loves the game and has invested billions into the Clippers' future. However, Stephen A. made it clear that good intentions must always be paired with accountability. The NBA's credibility rests on its ability to investigate thoroughly and enforce its rules consistently, regardless of a team's status or ownership wealth. In closing, Stephen A. delivered a pointed reminder: the Clippers' legacy is still being written. Despite years of rebuilding, high-profile acquisitions, and Ballmer's determination, the franchise has yet to deliver a championship. Now, with an investigation casting shadows, the pressure is even higher. For Stephen A., the message was simple: if the Clippers want to be respected as a serious contender, they must prove it not only on the court but also through their integrity off it.